Hello, grade 4. Today we will talk about the last lesson in our curriculum, Unit 2, Lesson 2, which is called the electricity. The electricity. All of you know what is the meaning of electricity. It's what we use to make most of the devices work. This is the electricity, and you know it. Okay, today you will know that we have two types of electricity, not only one. There are two types of electricity, and we can use only one of them to make the devices work. But the other type, we can't use it to make the devices work. So again, we have two types of electricity. The first one here is called static electricity. Static electricity. And the second one is called current electricity or dynamic electricity. You can say current electricity or dynamic electricity. Again, we have two types of electricity. The first one is called static electricity, and the second one is called current or dynamic electricity. What is the meaning of static electricity? First, static means it doesn't move or it can't move. So this type of electricity can't move. It only remains or stays on the object. This type of electricity is static, can't move, but stays on the object or remains on the object. So this type, we can't use it to make the devices work, as it can't move. But the other type here, which is called current or dynamic electricity, current means it can move or it really moves. It moves inside the electric wires. So this is the type that we can use to make the devices work, as it can move inside the electric wires of the devices. So again, we have two types of electricity, static electricity and current or dynamic electricity. What is the meaning of each one of them? Static electricity means this is the type of electricity that is formed from the electric charges that remain or stay on the object. But current electricity or dynamic electricity, it's formed from the electric charges that flow or move in the electric wires. So again, what is the difference between static electricity and dynamic electricity? Static electricity, the electric charges stay or remain on the object. They just stay on the object without any moving. So we can't use static electricity in making devices work. But here, current electricity, the electric charges flow or move inside the electric wires. When they move in the electric wires, they make the devices work. So this is the type of electricity that we can use to make the devices work. It's called current electricity or dynamic electricity. Okay, what is the difference between them again? We will show you here the difference between them again in a photo. Here we have a photo that shows to you the static electricity, and here we have a photo of dynamic electricity. In static electricity here, we have three tools: a balloon, a piece of wool, and some pieces of paper or small pieces of paper. Okay, what will we do? First, we will use this piece of wool, this blue piece here. We will use this blue piece of wool to rub the balloon. Okay, we will use it to rub the balloon. We will rub them both of them together for many seconds or for a few seconds. Then we will close this balloon to the pieces of paper. What will happen, or what is the observation? We will find that these pieces of paper will stick on the balloon. They will stick on the balloon without any moving. So why? Because this rubbing, the rubbing of wool and balloon together, this rubbing generated static electricity. This rubbing generated static electricity. And we said that in static electricity, the electric charge just stay on the object without any moving. So we can't use this type of electricity to make the devices work. But here in dynamic electricity, we have to find a source of electricity, an electric source of electricity, like here the battery. We have to find a battery to generate a dynamic electricity for us. So we use this battery to give us electricity, and this electricity moves inside the wires here till it reaches to the device, or here for example the lamp, and make it works. So again, this type of electricity, we can't use it to make the devices work because it's generated from rubbing the objects together, and because it can't move inside wires, it only stays or remains on the object. But here in this type of electricity, which is called dynamic electricity, we have to get an electric source of electricity, like the battery, and then this type of electricity, we can use it to make the devices work as it moves inside the wires till it reaches the device and make it works. So again, how can we generate both of them, static electricity and dynamic electricity or current electricity? For the static electricity, we can generate it by, this type of electricity is generated by rubbing of objects. Rubbing of objects. When we rub two objects together, this rubbing generates static electricity. But for the current electricity or dynamic electricity, this type of electricity is generated from an electric source, like the battery. We need a battery or any electric source to generate the current electricity that is used in making the other devices work. Okay. Any device, when it works because it contains inside it something is called electric circuit. Electric circuit. Any device that works by the current electricity or the dynamic electricity, this device must contain inside it an electric circuit. Electric circuit. What is the meaning of electric circuit? This is a photo of electric circuit to show you what are the parts of the simple electric circuit. This electric circuit is so simple. Other devices contain more complicated electric circuit more than this. So this one is so simple for you. This one consists of only 3 parts. Only 3 parts. The first one is called battery. Battery, all of you know the battery. The second part is called switch. And the third part is called wire or electric wire. Okay. All these parts, the 3 parts, all of them are connected together. All of them are connected together to the device that you need it to work, or here, for example, we have a bulb or a lamp. So all these parts are connected to the device that we need to work, or here we have a bulb or a lamp. Okay, what is the job of each part of them? Each part of them has a function or a job to make the electric circuit works successfully. First, we have the battery, as it is the most important part in the electric circuit. What is the job of this battery? This battery is the source of electricity. This is the source of electricity. This part which generates the electricity for all the device. So without battery, the device will never work because there is no source of electricity. So here the battery is the source of electricity. Then we have this wire, or all of these wires. We have here a wire, and we have here a wire, and we have here a wire. So we have a lot of electric wires inside the electric circuit. What is the job of these wires? The wires connect all the parts of the electric circuit together. All of these parts are connected together by the wires. And then these wires transfer the electricity from part to another part. So here the electricity moves inside the wires. So the electricity comes out of the battery and moves inside the wires like this, like this, like this, till it reaches the light bulb or the device that will work. So the wires here transfer the electricity from the battery to the device or the lamp. Then we have the switch. The switch, what is the job of the switch? We use this switch to open and close the electric circuit. To open and close the electric circuit. Okay, the electric circuit will work when this switch is closed, not open. Again, the electric circuit here will only work when this switch is closed, not open. How? Because here, when the electricity comes out of the battery, it moves inside the wires like this, and when it reaches this point, this switch is closed, so it can move through it and reach the other side of wires to go to the device or the lamp and make it works. But if this switch is open, the electricity will goes out of the battery and moves inside the wires. Then it will stop here because this part is open, so it can't reach the other side of wires, so it can't reach the lamp, so the lamp will never work. So again, the switch has to be closed to make the simple electric circuit works. But if this switch is open, the electric circuit will never work. So we will say the jobs of each part again. First, we talked about the battery, and we said that the battery is so important as it is the source of electric current or the source of electricity. And the second part is the switch. We use the switch to open and close the electric circuit. We open and close the electric circuit by using the switch. And the last part is wires, the electric wires. We use the electric wires to connect all the parts of electric circuit together, then to transfer the electricity from the battery to the device or here to the lamp. So finally, what is the meaning of electric circuit? What is the meaning of the electric circuit? Electric circuit is the path of electricity, the path of electricity, or the path of electric current. You can say the electric circuit is the path of electricity or the path of electric current. I think this lesson is so easy. We finished the lesson and we finished all the curriculum too. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next video inshallah in revision. Bye.